interrupted. The second thing he did was got dirty, because the Bible says the man was bleeding all over and he had to bandage his wound. So he had to get himself dirty in order to fix this problem. The third thing he did was inconvenience himself, because he got off his donkey with a leather saddle, so therefore he had to leave his leather-plated ride and share his ride with somebody else while he walked, so that meant inconvenience. Then he reached into his pocket when he took him to the innkeeper and said, this is to get him help from the hospital, and if this is not enough, keep the bill and I will pay you when I come back. Jesus then looked at the man asking him the question and said, now, tell me who the neighbor was. Was it the man of the same race? Was it the man of the cloth? Was it the man? Or was it this person who nobody would have accepted, who got dirty and addressed the need? See, mercy is compassion in action, not talk in a Bible class. Mercy is action. Blessed are the merciful. The Good Samaritan, he didn't need, look, it would have been nice if another Jew stopped. But since no other Jew was stopping, give me a Samaritan. I'm dying out here. I don't have time for racial discussions. Blessed are the merciful. Well, the question is, what's the blessing? He tells you, for they shall receive mercy. Ooh. See, a lot of folk don't give mercy because they don't need it right now. Okay, I'm okay right now. Life is going well right now. I'm not having right problems now, so I don't have time to be merciful. But there is coming a day, your day, with your number on it. If you want God to relieve your pain when you're going through your issues, you better stop skipping opportunities that God provides you to show mercy, because what goes around comes around. Sometime on the phone, you call a company, they'll say something like, this call may be monitored for quality assurance. That means somebody may be listening to see whether customer service is up to snuff. God's saying your mercy is being monitored for quality, so that when you need the same service, we're going to check how you gave service. Mercy. You can't help everybody. You can't relieve everybody. But God will give you plenty of opportunities to relieve somebody. That's your neighbor, the one who you come along to remove, reduce, or relieve at whatever level you can and whatever level you choose to. If sin is involved, then you don't skip the sin because you can't provide the mercy. You don't skip the sin to provide the mercy, because that is encouraging irresponsibility. And that is encouraging just more consequences when you finish helping out. The book of Nehemiah is interesting. Nehemiah is doing a lot of good. He's rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem, which means rebuilding the whole city. And during the way, he's doing a lot of good stuff. He's helping folk. People were being treated unjustly. He would come and bring justice, and, he would feed people and clothe people, and he would defend property. And Nehemiah was always doing some good stuff to help folk. But all through the book, you'll find a phrase. It's a phrase you could pass over so quickly, but the phrase is deep. Guess what Nehemiah says all through the book? Whenever he does something to help somebody, he then looks up to heaven and says, remember me for good. Remember me, talking to God, remember me for good. I fed some folk today, remember me for good. I helped some folk that remember me for good. In other words, God, write this down. So when my day comes and I'm gonna need somebody to help me, I want you to check my mercy record and see I did all this good for them. Now boomerang it back to me. That's what the Bible means when it says it's more blessed to give than to receive. Because when you give, you set up yourself to receive. James chapter 2, Verse 13, James chapter 2, verse 13. You don't want to miss this verse. This verse will change your life. It says in James 2:13, for judgment will be merciless to the one who shows no mercy. Mercy triumphs over judgment. Let me read that to you again. It says, for judgment will be merciless to the one who shows no mercy. Mercy triumphs over judgment. Whoa, this is deep. The Bible says in Matthew chapter 18, there was a man who owed the king hundreds of thousands of dollars. He owed the king hundreds of thousands of dollars. He said, have mercy on me, O king, I can't pay you. The king felt sorry for him. The king had mercy on him and removed the debt. Didn't reduce it, he removed the debt of hundreds of thousands of dollars. The man is shouting, he praising God, he getting his praise on, shout to the Lord, for, he was getting into it. He's a happy camper. He goes down the street and runs into one of his homeboys who owes him a couple $100. Now, he owed the king a couple $100,000. He runs into one of his boys who owes him a couple $100 and goes off on him. Where's my money? How come you haven't given me my money yet? How come you and then gets him thrown in prison. They had debtor's prison. Gets him thrown in prison. Till you pay me my money back, you going to jail. It says the king heard about what the man did and got evangelically ticked off. He got ticked off.